What are vampires? Are they always over 100-year-old pale dudes who hang out creepily at high schools? Yes. Yes, they are. But here at Cross Academy, my high school, things are a little different. You see, the headmaster believes that vampires and humans can live in harmony. So we put a bunch of hormone-ridden students in an academy with literal thirst traps. That's where me and my friends come in.
Yes, headmaster.
See that? That's me. I'm a guardian, tasked to separate the students from the vampires and the vampires from the students. I'm not alone either. See that guy? Yeah, he's Zero. And that? Well, that's Yuki, but she doesn't really matter, so I'm just going. Anyway, though we guardians are highly trained and have some friends in high places, sometimes things do get a little crazy.
Day class students are on the prowl again. I want your name and class right now.
Hey, hello. So this is a series where I talk about media that's so good that it's bad. It's so bad that it's good. It's so bad that it's good. And today we're looking at Vampire Knight, the anime, episode 2 of Vampire Knight, to be more specific, Memories of Blood. Anyway, if you didn't watch the first episode I made, don't sweat it. I'll bring you up to speed. So there's Zero. He's a human who is secretly turning into a vampire, and it sort of sucks. Think Mr. Struggle vibes mixed with Edward from Full Metal Alchemist. Sort of. Then there's Kaname. He's a pure-blood vampire who is like a daddy juggalo of all the vampires at Cross Academy. And he's sort of creepy. Basically, these two dudes are in a life or death riz-off for this girl, wherever she is. She's a character. Yeah. Now, throughout this episode, I'll be analyzing the Riz game of both Zero and Kaname, and at the end of the video, I will announce a Riz champion for the episode. Pretty cool, huh?
That makes me wonder who won the first episode. I guess I'll have to watch the entire thing without skipping to the end.
Okay, so episode 2 starts off with a short scene of Zero struggling to deal with his vampireness, coughing up some pills that are meant to satiate his vampiric thirst, and we're shown flashes of some lady with blood all over her. Probably not important. Then, like 3 miles away, Kaname goes,
The time is getting closer. Very close.
So, the episode actually starts out in one of the classrooms that belong to the day class, the human side of the school.
Everybody is so excited. That's because they're all getting ready for St. Chocolato's Day tomorrow.
Okay, Chocolado Day. This is like a Japanese event, right? Or something like that. Okay, they just made that up. I think. Vampire Knight just made that up. It's just Valentine's Day. Anyway, the class rep, Chad, shows up and explains,
all the girls go around giving chocolates to the boys they have crushes on to proclaim their love for them. I don't get it. It's completely absurd. Has everyone forgotten this is a school of higher learning?
Shortly after this, the nameless friend of Yuki calls her out for actually having chocolates despite saying she didn't. But before they can get into this, Zero does his jealous boy shtick.
You're a member of the disciplinary committee, yet you're giving him that?
No! This would just be a token of my appreciation to someone I'm indebted to.
Moving on, we find out that Zero is adored by some girlies himself, and even by some of the boyos.
Oh yeah! I almost forgot, we have Zero!
Right, top of the grade curve and a jock. You're our only hope, Zero. Get some for us too.
The show then skips scenes, and now we're with the headmaster telling Yuki and Zero that the horniness caused by St. Chocolato's Day may reveal the secret that there are f***ing vampires at the school.
The truth about the night class could easily be revealed in all this frenzy. I need you to be more alert than usual. Is that understood, Guardians?
Yes, headmaster.
Zero points out how bad this idea is. You know, thirsty teenagers and literally thirsty vampires at the same school. The headmaster then confronts Zero, saying,
Zero, look, I know it's difficult, but someday you will come to understand. my philosophy.
But then, making sure nothing gets too awkward, Yuki dissolves the tension with some chocolate gifts to both of them, and we get some cuteness.
Yeah, Father, here!
It's 20 coupons for Yuki's shoulder massages!
A coupon good for
Oh, I
one
love
errand.
those shoulder massages.
You realize you've given me the same gift every year since grade school.
Oh, shut it.
This makes me
Come
so
on, lunch is about over.
Look, the show is a mess, but when it's cute, it's cute. Okay, so they leave and Yuki starts having this huge flashback where we get to see how Zero and Yuki really met. In short, the headmaster brings a very bloodied Zero to their house one day and tells Yuki to clean Zero up.
So the bath, it's over here. May I touch you? Come on.
Okay, so it's not like there's anything inherently weird here, really. Like, it's fine, but the writing is so stiff, and the voice actress just doesn't really land here, so everything just has a really weird mood around it.
There's hot water in the tub already.
Yeah, why does she talk like that?
You want help with your shirt?
Sorry, but like, this is weird, right? This feels weird. I'm not alone in this. There's something about this.
Every time I did something, I asked his permission, but Zero never said a word.
So after this, we get a big character reveal. That is, we get to see how Yuki really sees Zero.
I approached Zero cautiously because I felt the boy in front of me would fall to pieces otherwise.
So yeah, he's a bona fide tsundere to Sunday. I want to say tsundere, like Lana Del Rey. Okay, so the big day comes, Saint Chocolado Day, and the day class, which again is apparently just girls, are outside the vampires' dorms. Yuki is doing her duty as a guardian by trying to fight them off from storming in, and the vampires are just vibing inside. It's here that a recurring phenomenon begins to make itself very apparent in Vampire Night, which you probably have already noticed, and this is the really off models that occasionally happen. Now, admittedly, it's not uncommon for any anime to have a scene or two where a character is off model, but not only in Vampire Night is it incredibly common to have these scenes, but there's one character that the studio just does not give a crap about.
I wonder how much chocolate I'll get. Akatsuki, so what do you say?
So the vampires begin to leave their dorms to enter the fray of hormones that awaits them outside. But before this, some girl just can't wait and tries to scale the wall because, you know, this idea of an academy of half horny teenagers and half vampires is a really great idea.
The exchange of chocolates is prohibited until the day of the event.
I have to make sure he gets my chocolate.
You over there, no climbing the walls.
Thanks a lot.
I'm falling too.
Nice, Zero!
Okay, so Zero saves the day here. Not bad, Zero, not bad. But does this count as Riz? I'm not so sure. I'm gonna have to think about it. So the boy vamps come out and everyone goes nuts. And yes, Zero does seem a bit jelly here.
Hey Zero, I actually got you.
Good morning. How is everyone today?
Then we get to see a little bit of Riz from Kaname.
Morning, Yuki.
Good morning.
Now, I thought this scene was a solid 6 out of 10 in terms of Riz, but since talking to the Council of Riz, I've realized this is more of a 7 out of 10 scenario. You see, Yuki is surrounded by other girls, and Kaname knows this, so his high is a implicit selection of Yuki rather than the other girls around her. This extra dimension of intentionality, if you will, adds quite a bit of spice to this moment, moving it from a 6 to a 7. And for some, maybe even an 8. Okay, sorry, back to the show. So directly after this, we get, well, I don't know what it is, so I'll just show you.
Hello, Zero. How are you feeling? Okay. You take care.
Okay, I legitimately never understood the scene until I just watched it writing the script. Remember how at the beginning of the episode where Zero is, I guess, having a thirsty quiver fit or something, and Kaname somehow knows that he's having a thirsty quiver fit or something? So I don't know how Kaname knew that. But yeah, this is why Kaname is asking how Zero is doing, because he knows how thirsty Zero is. Without that context, I always thought this was like a weird moment of Riz between them. And who would want that? You might want that. I wouldn't want that. Yes, I would. No, I wouldn't. So anyway, my boy Zero has his own reply.
Listen, if you want to challenge me, I'll be ready and waiting anytime you want, Kaname.
Then Yuki has a brief moment of thinking.
What's going on? Is Zero hiding something? Does Kaname know something about him that I don't? I'm just reading too much into things.
Yeah, can you imagine seeing this happen and just being like, oh, nothing weird here? Hey, man. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, I got something to say to you. Yeah. You want to challenge me? You want to challenge me? Okay. Huh? Nothing weird here. I tried. Okay. So we make it to the event, and the girls are barred off from the hot vampires because this academy is a great idea.
Wow, this'll be fun!
This kind of thing doesn't interest me.
And Kaname shows his alpha male charm by calming down Ido, who is absolutely rushing to get chocolates from some hormone-ridden girls.
Taking chocolates from girls is my obligation!
Wait! It's not time yet, Ido!
Ido. You must behave yourself today. That understood?
Thank you, Kaname. I appreciate it. Kaname's just amazing.
On the whistle, girls!
Okay, wait a minute. Can we rewind really quick? There. Thank you. What are these sizes? How tall are these vampires? The off-model dude is like 8 feet, and Yuki's like a dwarf? What's going on? And you know what? Let's take a prolonged break here. I think we need to expand on our Riz philosophy, because if you haven't noticed, we have a lot of moments that are Riz-like, but not explicitly Riz. See, after prolonged and intense contemplation, I've come to the conclusion that there are fundamentally 2 categories of Riz. There is passive Riz, which is like the aura or vibe someone gives off. It's the way you hold yourself. Like the way Kaname bosses around his gang of vampires, for example. Then, on the other hand, there is active Riz, which is like, well...
So tell me, what would your blood type be?
Huh? It's type O. Ido, stop! I said all you can take are the chocolates, nothing else.
Something like that. Okay, so if you disagree, please let me know in the comments, because as I see it, we're all scholars, searching for knowledge in this wide world of Riz. So the more conversation we have, the better we can get at gauging the effectiveness and style of various types of Riz. Right, okay, so back to the show. So the girls scream and give Kaname chocolates.
Of course. Thank you.
It's nothing. Take mine too. Take mine too. And mine?
Thank you.
And the only other female vampire is obviously Jelly here.
I hope these girls realize how fortunate they are that Kaname is so nice.
You look scary.
The expression on your face isn't any better.
Then St. Chocolado Day ends, as I guess it was literally just a few minutes of giving vampires chocolates, and we get some Riz from our big man.
Thank you, Yuki.
Sure. Is he leaving already?
Don't get yourself hurt.
I won't!
Unfortunately, Yuki fails to give Kaname the chocolates she bought him, and after getting stomped by a gaggle of girls, drops it on the ground, only for Zero to pick it up and give it to Kaname for her.
Kaname. It was on the ground.
Zero?
Glad to accept it. Thank you, Yuki.
Okay, so this is spicy. Who exactly is outrizzing who here? I mean, really, imagine this. You got two dreamboats fighting over you. You kind of like one, but you kind of like the other one more. But then the one you like less helps you give the gift to the other one you like more because you were too afraid to give it to them yourself. And it's like, okay. I don't know. There's something there, right?
Oh! Why did you give that to him without asking me? You were so angry about it, too!
So Yuki thinks it would have been awkward, I guess, and Zero plays dumb and asks why she would think that.
Because he's so different from me.
So I know this is only the second episode, but let's see how well you know this show. Zero is about to A, have a mad quiver fit and have to storm off, or B, call Yuki an idiot who no one can understand. Boo, doo, da, da, dee, da, doo, what will you decide? Did you get it right? Nice. Good job. Did you not get it right? Why don't you care? Why don't you get on that vampire grind set, okay? Stay focused. Yuki totally ignores Zero's obvious quiver fit and starts thinking about that night that Kaname saved her life so long ago.
10 years ago, Kaname did something huge. He saved my life.
Yuki is worried that Kaname doesn't actually think that night is significant and so doesn't really think that she's significant. But then we get this scene where he straight up gives away all the chocolates he got from other girls.
Lord Kaname, those must be a bother. May I hold them?
You can have them all if you want. This is the only one I want.
Oh, see, I told you. I told he's gonna do weird stuff to it.
Okay, so the smelling stuff again. I'm trying really hard not to say that Yuki made the chocolates with her farts. I'm trying really hard to say that. I mean, trying really hard not to say it, but I did say it. So night comes, and Zero and Yuki are on patrol, but none of the vampires show up for their night classes, introducing one of the most confusing and disjointing scenes I have ever seen, probably ever.
Hello, night class. What do you want?
You know, you're a little cocky, Zero Kiryu.
You're just a human. And the way you treat Lord Kaname.
We really doing this?
Yeah, but Takuma said we should leave it alone.
Look, he's right. Hanabusa, Ruka. If Lord Kaname finds out, he'll tear you apart.
So this is a great example of a so bad it's good scene. There is some real intention here, right? This is like a gang shows up to bully a main protagonist and each member of the gang is uniquely negging them in some way. Not negging. Egging? Egging on. Uniquely egging them on in some way. There we go. The point is, they are trying to be cool, and they fail miserably. So it just ends up being really confusing.
Zero, come on, just put that thing...
So uncool.
So uncool.
Shut up.
And then we get some real, and I mean real, cool guy Riz from Zero.
Interesting. Come on then, vampires. Go ahead, I'm in a bad mood anyway.
Now, this show is trash, but that was cool. That was cool. The fight continues, and we find out that, for some reason, all the vampires have unique magical powers.
It's that kind of attitude that makes people think you're cocky.
Well, I did the best I could to play the good guy here. I'm not to blame for what's next.
Hold it right there!
So before Yuki saves the day, or whatever, can we just acknowledge the fact that Zero would have totally won this fight? He has a gun, so he would have just shot them all. I know Yuki just has like an electric staff that doesn't do anything, but Zero has a gun, so he would have... He's also a teenager. They gave a teenager a gun. I didn't really think about that. Probably a bad idea. Although, the whole academy is a bad idea. So...
Fighting is forbidden. Didn't any of you read the student handbook? If you refuse to back down, then as a member of the disciplinary committee, you'll have to come through me first.
I'm over it.
Yes, the mood is completely ruined.
So Yuki, the buzzkill, shows up, de-escalates the fight, and then confronts our tsundere, and he's all like,
"Just leave me alone."
Yuki looks for Zero and finds him, and he is, of course, in the bathroom.
Found you. I almost forgot. It's for you. It's a chocolate. And don't
Zero.
say it's like grade school either. This one's
Zero.
different.
Who's into this? Is this like a catatonic Riz game? Let's pause for a second. I'm sorry, I've been doing a lot of pausing, but we just established a theory of Riz earlier where, you know, there is passive Riz, right? Someone's vibe, like Kaname just bossing folk around, and then there's active Riz, which is like,
may I partake from your neck?
Doing that or something like that. But is this active or passive Riz? Okay, it's definitely catatonic in nature, but Zero also sort of sets Yuki up to just find him laying there, which is to say, it's not the sort of unintentional Riz of someone's aura or vibe that we used to define passive Riz earlier. Look, I'm confused too, but I think we can all agree we're on the frontier of Riz game in Vampire Night. It's a whole new world out there, and I want to emphasize, again, that I need your help, preferably in the comment section, in conceptualizing a coherent system of Riz that could be applied to all scenarios. A universal theory of Riz, if you will. Please help me, help you, help the world. Okay, anyway, so she made one chocolate and Zero gets to eat it but doesn't like it because Yuki doesn't seem to be good at anything, really. And she also probably made it with her farts. Okay, so that was pretty much the episode. Now we're on to episode rundown. Okay, first and foremost, Yuki seems to actively stop the part of her brain that thinks sometimes and is about just as useless as she was in episode 1. Maybe a little less useless, because episode 1 was pretty bad. Okay, Zero. Mixed feelings here. On the one hand, we had some legitimately cool moments from him, but the Riz game was conflicting. So for this episode, I'm sorry, but 5 out of 10 on the Riz game. I like Zero, but I'm being generous here. Sure, it's stretching our current theory of Riz, but it's a lot. Last but not least, Kaname. Yeah, he's a big daddy boy vampire and the girl-like authority. Riz game was pretty spot on this episode. Not nearly as creepy as the first episode, I'd say, at least. This episode's Riz champion is Kieran Kaname. Thanks for watching another episode. I really appreciate it. I put a lot of work into this. I actually don't know how much work I put into this because I'm recording this pretty early in the shot. I'm trying to find the flow of things. I'm trying to figure out what people actually want. No one's watching, so I don't know what people want. I just watch YouTube videos and assume that they want watching. Seriously, buy the show. It means a lot to me, the show. I really like it. I know I'm kind of cheesing on it, but don't worry. I hope this made your day better. Or night. Because it covers all of it. I don't know how to reach more people, so I'm just going to keep making videos and hope it reaches people. What's up, dude? What's up? How are you doing? Look me in the eyes. Nothing weird here.